Welcome to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Johnny Red Floyd Stadium, home of the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Raider fans have been clamoring to get this one started all week. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Huskers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buying some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You want to stress a defense? Get the quarterback outside the pocket right now. Really good job running the bootleg to the left, getting the quarterback outside of the pocket. He can chew up ground in such a hurry, or he can throw the football down the field. Makes it really tough on defenses.
Dumps it off in the flats. Drills him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He'll do it himself. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Firing to the right, complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration, so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Well, jet sweep pass. Spins away from the defender. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball on the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They'll go to the air. Using his feet to buy time. Hit as he throws. And that one is picked off in the end zone. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's a fortuitous bounce because we know this guy already fumbled earlier in the game, David. He's got to do a better job with 5 points of pressure on that ball.
Or he's going to be sitting on the sidelines. Coaches are not going to continue to trust you if you're going to continue to put the ball on the ground.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
Let's go. Nothing warms my heart more than a big boy getting an interception and getting in the end zone and showing off why defensive linemen are the most athletic position on the field.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to get it himself. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll run play action. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Huskers are marching down the field. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. It's complete to the left. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. A run for the quarterback. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Boy, I really wasn't expecting a run there. Most teams in that situation look for the quick pass to pick up the 1st down.
No doubt, because you drop your quarterback, you can throw the ball really quickly, or he can take off and run the football. So a little bit more one-dimensional when you run the football, but if you do it successfully, it works. If nobody says anything, everybody's happy.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Try to get it to the edge. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. He'll keep it himself. At midfield, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And how about the quarterback? How about the athletic ability for this guy? He's so quick, so elusive, so fast, can make these big plays. And before you blink, he's 30-plus yards down the field, making your defense look silly.
unloads quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. On the ground. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The give to the lone running back. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
The give to the back. Makes him talk to the hand. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall?
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
Calls his own number. Smashes through. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's a draw. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you what, that one stings a little bit. You're trying to get a drive together, trying to get some points to dig out of your hole. Now you turn it over right before the half. All the momentum shifts straight to the other side.
The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Off the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He throws one to the left. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
Wide receivers, you know, they might, Reese, have a hint of diva in them, right? Like, they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
He's going to pass. And his throw is incomplete. Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
The give to the tailback. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. It's a reverse. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. The Huskers racing to the line in a hurry up. They'll run the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. They get through and it's blocked. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays.
Continues to fight for yards. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
I'll tell you, it's nice as a play caller when you know you don't have to call the perfect play. Even if it's not blocked properly, you know you've got guys like him who can make people miss.
And this whole offense gets energy from this guy because they love him, because he does that. He does the dirty work. Even if it's not blocked great, he'll make people miss, and he'll make huge plays for this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to run for it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Use the play fake, now to throw. They're working that left side. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
They get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Makes the grab inside the 30. LSU. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive, he lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quarterback on the keeper. Thrust that arm out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Might as well give it to him again. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
The back goes in motion. He's going to pass on second down. Makes the grab down the middle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, they're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Escapes trouble. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this...
He's going for the big play. And he reels it in inside the 30. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way, but...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Running toward the tape. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open? Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. He's at the 50. At the 30. 10. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on teams. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Lincoln. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Middle Tennessee 30, Nebraska 20.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Trying to get the corner. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
To the air on 1st down. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quick handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He'll get rid of it. He's got it.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
They'll put the tight end in motion. They're going to run it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game, you want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
The play action fake. Dances away to buy time. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Quarterback gets the first down and more. What a weapon to have a quarterback that can run like that. They finally got him out of bounds.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Toss to the left. Shakes off the defender. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot.
Just destroying his way through the field. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Trying to break the plane on 2nd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. It's reverse. They've got the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 9. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the fourth quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Wants to throw on first down. He finds his man. Touchdown, Blue Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their first win of the season. Really impressed how they came out after starting the season 0-2.
Oh, and they blocked it. Now he can return this.
Man, that's a bad fumble. I mean, you're going to give the ball to your playmaker. You understand the situation. All I'm trying to do is run clock, hold on to that thing, to fumble in that situation, and just breathe hope. You gave him life, and that's what you don't want to do. You just want to run that clock.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, better look out! And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. They move the tight end all over. Off play action on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Safe completion on the screen. Smashes through. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Nebraska.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about